Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collective. Well, guys, this is my 50th episode of Game Hunting Live. For those of you who have been around since day one, thank you so much for all of your support, for your likes and comments. And even if you're just watching and haven't liked or comment, I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. It's so funny to me to go back and watch the first couple episodes and work my way through just to see how much the channel has grown, how different my style has become, how I've grown, and even speaking to a camera, because it is weird. It's a very strange thing. I know a lot of you guys watching this do the same thing, but it's really weird. I don't even like doing it when my wife is home because it just feels weird talking to a camera the way you would talk to somebody in the room. But yeah, it's just crazy. Starting in the beginning of quarantine to now, how different my life is. Game hunting has changed immensely in so many ways. One of those being for me that I now do a lot of game hunting with my daughter. She is currently 5.5 weeks old. We're doing great. But it's a very, very different life. I have fortunately been able to make time, thanks to my wonderful wife, to still continue to game hunt, to still play games occasionally when I'm able to. She's been really, really supportive of my hobby because it's so good for my mental health. You guys know, for those of you who are fathers and also gamers and collectors like myself, how great this hobby is, when you're able to do it, how great it is for your mental health. And right now, again, those of you who know, these first few weeks are kind of crazy. Just so being able to do the thing that I love most, which is, well, number one, my family, but being able to do this, it just really means a lot. So if my wife is watching, thank you very much. I love you. Yeah, so without further ado, I got kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. It's even though my life has changed a ton, game hunting has been really, really good. The business has been really, really good. And it's just been very exciting to see how that can grow, especially because I'm on paternity leave. So I'm able to really I'm not even thinking about work right now. I'm thinking about my family and this stuff. So it's really fun. Let me show you what I got. So I'll also tell you this, the nature of my game hunting has changed a lot as well. I am not going to thrift stores a lot much anymore. I have found the ones here in Delaware where I am, there's no games left. There's nothing there. I go, occasionally here and there, but typically what I find are sports games, they're games missing cases, or nothing at all. So I've had to focus up my time and my energy on retail stores, pawn shops, and online. Believe it or not, there is room to make money online through eBay. And I'll show you. I got a ton of stuff here. It's absolutely crazy. But let me start here. I went to a store called Born to Game. I've been there 100 times. And recently they have been really, really good to me. You saw in last week's episode, I got my Xenoblade Chronicles Special Edition, the big box, and it's super cool. But this week I decided to go back when I had a little more time and my wife and child were with her mom hanging out. And I was able to get out and find some cool things. Some of it's already sold. So the things that have sold, it was Metal Slug Double X for the PSP. I sold that for $35. And I also sold, I'll show you this one. This one just sold too. It's Deadhead Fred. This just sold for about $15. And then I sold one more game. What was it? Parappa the Rappa for PSP. I sold that for $17 or $18. So altogether, I got some Pokemon cards, but I'm not going to include those. But altogether for the games, I paid about $119 here. So you saw those ones. I got Deadhead Fred, and then I also got this one. This one's still for sale if you're interested. It's Gitaroo Man Lives for the PSP. I never heard of it, but it looks pretty interesting. And then I got Monster Rancher Battle Card Game Boy. Paid $4 for this, and I actually played it for a little bit because I just picked up a Game Boy that I'll show you, a Game Boy Color, and it totally feels like a Pokemon clone. It's crazy, 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 crazy. And then these are the cool ones. So I'll start with this. I ended up paying $20 for this one. I ended up getting 20% off everything at the end. So I'll give you the number. Remember, it was 10% off of that. So maybe like, what, 18 bucks for this. This is Mystery Quest for the NES. It is complete in box. It is in great shape. The cart looks amazing in there. I've got it in a protective case here. Otherwise, I'd show you. The only problem with it is this in the back. You know, but it is what it is. For $18, you'd have bought it too. So yeah, this one is also for sale if you're interested. Then we got this one. This one was really cool. I did not know much about this. This is Omega Boost for the PS1. It's in great shape. Looks like it's never been like touched or anything. I mean, you know what these black discs can look like. They can get pretty scratchy. This one ended up being $28. And it sells somewhere in the 70 to 100 range, depending on the week. So it's pretty crazy game. Looks like a lot of fun though. I actually might want to play this one before it goes, so we'll see. This one is my favorite of the lot here. This is a complete in-box Legend of Zelda for the Game Boy Advance. Now this thing is like, dude, it is minty. I mean, it's still got the game in the little wrapper here. It's crazy. Everything in here is sick, except for there's a couple little issues with the box here that I'll show you if I can get this closed back up. Nothing crazy. There's like a little dent up here. See, you can't even, it's hard to even see it. See, there's the little dent right there. And then there's a little crease up on the top here. I'm trying to use the light so you can see it. Yeah, see, there's a little crease. But this ended up being 50 bucks, and this goes anywhere from like 70 to 100 as well. So this is also for sale if you're interested. I don't know if it'll be up, if any of this stuff will be up by the time the video airs, but you know, we'll see. Next, I went to a store that I go to pretty frequently. If you've watched my other videos, you've definitely seen me go to Second and Charles. I generally go pretty much every episode because I just find them slipping all the time, man. Now, you guys have known that, you know, if you've seen my other videos, that there are two systems that I'm really collecting for right now. One is the N64 up here, and the other is the Wii U over there. And I'm going to show you kind of a little view of that. It's pretty big now, and I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. And, you know, the games that I have. I'm definitely super stoked for that. And this week I was actually able to find a game for both of those systems. Both of them were actually on my list, and I do have a physical list of games that I want in my collection. Doing that allows me to stay focused, and it also allows me to send it to my wife when it comes time for my birthday or Father's Day or things like that. You know, makes game hunting or makes game purchases easier for her, because how the heck would she know what I have in here? Anyway, let me show you what I found here. First of all, I found this copy, keeping with the Game Boy like theme that apparently is happening in this episode. I got this complete in box Winter Olympic Games, and I ended up paying $3.50 for this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Price charting, my app said it goes for about $28 complete in box. I don't think it's going to end up going for that, but it's pretty minty. It looks pretty great. The cart's amazing. The manual's amazing. At the very least, I will keep it in my collection for myself because it's cool. And I actually don't have a complete in box Game Boy game, believe it or not. So next, I got a game that I've been wanting to add to the collection for a while. I wouldn't necessarily say this was on my list, but I'm pretty pleased to get to add it. It's called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Now, I know it's not a great game, but I love Banjo, and I love anything Rare. I don't even think Rare made this. Maybe they did. But I don't think it's supposed to be a pretty good game. Anyway, I went to buy this last week when I was there for about 10 bucks. And you know, I was on the fence and I just put it back, but I ended up grabbing this one because it also has Viva Pinata and it was $7.95. So 2 games for a lesser price. What the heck? I might as well do it, right? So this one's getting added to the collection. It's in great shape. It's got both manuals, both discs in here. Perfect. So pretty pleased for that. And then we can get to the Wii U and the N64. So to start, this one is definitely has been on my list for a long time, is no longer. It's Mario Golf. Now the problem with this one is it had like stickers all over it and there's some discoloration on here. I thought I'd be able to get that off, but I was not able to. If you guys have any suggestions on what I can do to kind of like even that out, Magic Eraser, whatever it may be, let me know, because I've kind of exhausted all of my knowledge on that. And I'll try again and see what else I can do, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Definitely looks better than when I got it, put it that way. I paid 30 bucks for that, which is about what it's worth, but I'm super stoked to get to add that to the collection. And then finally, every time I go to the store, I end up finding something cool for the Wii U that I hadn't had. And this one is, again, on my list no longer. And that's Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Now, this is maybe a $55 to $60 game, and I paid $20.75 for this. Super underpriced, super cool, and again, I get just another Wii U game I get to add to the collection. And again, like last week, I picked up Planes Fire and Rescue for 20 bucks. So, you know, I'm gonna have to keep going back and checking. I'm just waiting to see, you know, some of the big heavy hitters like Turbo or, you know, things like that, just sitting there waiting for me. You never know. You never know. I'm gonna hold out to hope, or hold on to hope there. But yeah, let's move on and see what else we found. Next, I'm gonna show you a pawn shop deal that I got, and ended up going a little bit differently than expected. I had a whole bunch of stuff in a bin that I don't want, that I had been saving for my next garage sale, but it was just kind of taking up space, and as you guys know, I don't have a ton of space down here. So I ended up taking it to a pawn shop that I go to all the time, and I wanted store credit. They ended up giving me about 40 bucks, which is great, you know, whatever. You know I'm gonna take that 40 bucks and turn it into more than 40, so I'm not gonna argue, I'll take what they give me. And I actually did that here. So first when I got there, he pulled out an NES and it had all the fixins for it. It had these really cool, like custom Ninja Turtles controllers. Now, I ended up buying it. We settled on $60 for that. I took it home and it didn't work, so I brought it back and kind of, you know, made another deal. Now, I ended up paying $35 out of pocket for everything that I'm going to show you. So $75 total, including my store credit, which is crazy. So I ended up paying about $1.50 for these first two games. The first is Mario Duck Hunt, and it's kind of crappy. I'll use it as trade fodder somewhere else. Next we got, this one's kind of cool. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES, but it also has the manual and one of these cool Nintendo clamshells. Now, these, you know, I've been able to sell these in the past for, you know, a decent amount of money. So what I'm gonna do is probably just sell this as is, right in there, because I do already have it. It's a great game. And then again, you know, keeping with the Game Boy theme, ultimately, I saw this little baggie of Game Boy Advance games, and they were just, it said GBA games. And I said, can I take a look at them? And the guy's like, oh yeah, sure. And I said, how much are they? And he pulled them out and he goes, oh, they're $3 a piece. Now, when I'm looking through there, let me show you what I got here first. We got Wing Commander Prophecy, maybe a $10 game. We got Monster Trucks and Quad Desert Fury here. And Pac-Man Collection for GBA, $3 a piece. Great, whatever. But I said, how much for all of them? He said 12 bucks. So again, that's $3 a game. But Kirby, A Nightmare in Dreamland was in there. And this is a $35 to $40 game right now. And I'm actually playing it and it's super fun. I'm almost done, actually. It's a really short game, but really, really cool. So again, like 12 bucks for these 4 games. I didn't want to bring attention to this one because it was Kirby. I said, how much for all of them? But I'll make some money back on this and a little like bundle deal, and I'll get to keep Kirby for myself. Now, when I took back the original Nintendo, the NES, I traded it in for this lime green Game Boy Color. Now, I don't have a Game Boy Color, so I'm excited to get to add this to the collection. All I had were like a Game Boy Pocket Advance, I have Game Boy Micro, all kinds of other Game Boy stuff, but the Game Boy Color always eluded me. And it's really cool because it is lime green. But yeah, so this one's definitely going into the collection. The only problem is there is some screen scratching here, which is common on these things. It happened on my Game Boy Advance from when I was young. It's just from being in the pocket. So I ended up ordering a new screen cover for this. I'm gonna put that on, it should be here today. So I'm gonna put that on there and get it all squared away. But again, you know, these deals have just been super, super great for me. But let me show you what I found online. So eBay has actually been really, really good for me. I've started doing some auctions to see, you know, if I might be able to get some things underpriced, and of course I did. Now, the first thing I want to show you, I won this auction for $11.50, and that is a copy of Wii Sports here. It's in a weird case, like a clear case, so I can switch it out, no big deal. But I will definitely make some money back on this. For $11.50, you know, I'll pick that up all day. Now, here's the craziest one. I ended up going on to Goodwill. I don't even remember where it was, down in like Virginia somewhere. I've kind of been following them for a while, and I saw this auction for about 130 disc-only games, and I ended up winning the whole lot here. And I'm going to show you, like, give me a second here, because there's just so much. I ended up winning the whole lot for $41. So, like, you know, 30-something cents a game. And there's some good ones in here. There's nothing too crazy, nothing to, like, write home about. But like, this is just one stack here. Got like Silent Hill Homecoming is in here. Donkey Kong, like Returns, I think it was for the Wii. A couple of other things. And then a lot of PS1 games, PS3 stuff. Here's another one. Like, so again, this is just two. They're just two here. Xbox One, PS4, 360, Wii, tons of stuff in here. Even got a PSP, I think this is a movie. Yeah, SWAT. If you're interested in SWAT, I got that. And then we also got a copy of, for the GameCube, Marvel Nemesis, The Rise of the Imperfects. Now, here's the third and final stack. So, I mean, it's massive. I still have to go through this and figure out what I'm going to do with it. I'm considering just like lotting up each system and then putting it out as an auction myself to see what happens. Because again, there's just, let me just show you the whole stack of everything together here. It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest with you. Yeah, so these are all games. Again, not all of them are amazing, but they're all here. So I'll figure out what to do with these. But for 41 bucks, 30 cents a game, I'll take that risk. I will definitely take that risk. And I was actually able to complete a couple of games that were in this lot with some cases that I had. It is always good to hang on to cases in case you are able to, you know, make a complete copy one day. And that's what I was able to do here. So first, was able to complete a copy of Halo 2's multiplayer map pack. This was in there. And usually when you go to thrift stores and things like that, you can get these cases for free if they're empty. So always ask. That's usually what I do. I got a copy of Call of Duty Ghosts here now. I got both discs. It's fully complete. You know, again, not a great game, but, you know, it's something. And then finally, we got Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. And again, it's complete now. So that in and of itself is cool to me, just being able to kind of fill out, you know, some of these extra cases. So always hang on to them. But that is all that I have for you guys this week. I know it was a little bit of a longer episode, but thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching all the stuff that I had here. And really for the last couple of years now, just kind of hanging out with me and letting me talk to you about the thing that I love. As always, you can follow me here. You can like, comment, subscribe, or you can follow me over on Instagram or TikTok. I'm at the Retro Gaming Collective. And then I'm also the Retro Gaming Collective on eBay. And if you let me know that you're one of my subscribers or a viewer, I am really happy to kind of make a deal with you guys. So as always, thanks again, and happy hunting.